Hi, and welcome to the latest ITK soccer show, where today we will look at the next group in the Russia World Cup. This group we're going to look at the moment is Group C. So Group C holds Australia, Ireland's old enemy in Denmark, France, and Peru. So also, please like, share, subscribe, comment on the videos, any questions, anything at all. Let me know, and check us out on Twitter, ITK Soccer Show, or Facebook, ITK Soccer Show. And for more videos previously we've done, youtube.com/ITK Soccer Show. Okay, so we'll get started with the Australians. Okay, now they're probably their best player is Aaron Moy. He's actually on loan from Man City to Huddersfield. Now, there's kind of an agreement there that they could really buy him if they want. But I would buy him. He's a very good player. He will be the talisman for this team. Obviously, people just automatically think of Tim Cahill as the main man. Tim Cahill's like 38 now. He's a free agent after being released by Millwall. And I think he'd be more of an impact super sub than a guy they'll rely on. I think 15 minutes to go, the ball into the box. He's the highest scorer of all time for Australia, so he knows what he's doing. But I think it'll be an impact sub off the bench. They have Matt Ryan in goal, made his name this year at Brighton. He was at Valencia before, really, really good keeper, solid between the six. So they've also got other players like Miley Jedinak is going to be their captain. He was at Aston Villa. Now, obviously, his future's up near pretty what happens at Aston Villa this week, we've heard. Tom Rogic with Celtic, really good at attacking midfielder, scores loads of goals. And Brad Jones is their reserve keeper, ex-Liverpool. He's with Feyenoord now, and here shows he's played for Shelbourne. So people might know that. Now, the thing about Australia in the last World Cup, they really gave it everything, and they're really entertaining because they just went full out for it. I really don't know we're going to get from them this time, but if we've gotten to go by the manager, Bert van Marwijk was manager for the Dutch in 2010, and we all know what they did. They were really awful team. The Van Bommel and De Jong kicking them to the people. No, forget the De Jong challenge on Alonso in the final, so only a yellow card. Really tough physical. I don't think anyone wants to see that sort of football again. But he's manager there. Again, I haven't really seen Australia play, but if you're going to put two and two together, that's what you're probably going to get from them. In their qualifying, they actually finished behind Japan and Saudi Arabia. So Saudi Arabia, I mentioned in a previous video, are 2001 to win the World Cup. So maybe that kind of says everything about them. They beat Syria and they beat Honduras in two playoffs to get to the World Cup. So obviously they had a lot of travelling and stuff for their games, so maybe you could put it down to that, their poor form. But I'm guessing they'll be tough to beat and spirited, but they'll probably be bottom of this group that I'm going to go through anyway. They always have a go. They're a bit like the Americans when they're in the World Cup, but they just do lack that bit of quality at the right end of the pitch. Next we're going to look at Denmark. Now, obviously, we saw Denmark play against Ireland, and really there was one man who destroyed us, was Christian Eriksen. He played in behind the striker, and he just absolutely destroyed us. He got a hat-trick. He really ran the show, especially in the second half when Martin O'Neill stupidly, really, in my view, took off two defensive midfielders and just brought on Houlihan and McGeady, and he left so much space for him, and he completely destroyed us and took full advantage. He's his king, really, in the Premier League at the moment. He's People talk about Harry Kane, but this guy is most arguably as important for Spurs because he really makes them tick. Everything goes through him. He makes Dele Alli look like a good player. He makes everyone look much better than they really are. And he can go right, left foot. Set pieces are brilliant. Fantastic right foot. And he gets probably approximately about 30 goals between goals and assists every season in all competitions. Really, really good. Obviously, destroyed Ireland Viva. Just watch back that match if you can. You probably don't want to, but we know what he can do, and he's the main man. Kasper Schmeichel will be captaining this team, so we'll obviously know a few of the players. Christensen at the back, Delaney in midfield. Unfortunately, Lord Bentner is not playing as he's picked up a groin injury, which a lot of people find upsetting. So mightn't get him in another World Cup. He might get another one in. And then obviously Andre Belland, he plays for Brentford. He's actually pulled up with an injury as well, so he won't be there. He's a decent centre half. And they'll definitely fancy themselves to get out of this group. It's not a great group, bar France, but I don't see them getting to the last beyond the last 16. Like if you look at the Group D, it's very, very competitive. I don't see them beating really anyone there who've topped that group. So we'll have a quick look at France now. France, obviously, a lot of pressure on Deschamps to win this. They're 20 years on the anniversary from when they won the World Cup in '98, and Deschamps was actually the captain of that team. He led a victory over Brazil 3-0. Zidane got 2 and Petit scored. Unbelievable team they had, and he's trying to bring that back. So they're young, they're very physical, they can play, they're powerful, they're quick. They've got a lot, this France team, but they haven't won anything, which is key, since Euro 2000, and obviously no one's there from that team. So it is a lot harder to think now that what they can and can't do. And I really, they're such an enigma. You don't know what they could easily go and beat anyone 3-4-0, but they could just completely implode like they do in previous tournaments. Like if you look at previous tournaments, 1994 they didn't make it. Ginola and Cantona were causing problems. They were banned from the squad. 2010 under Dominic, remember Anelka got sent home. Everett was in trouble. It was just really so unprofessional. And they've got a really good team. And I think what Deschamps has done crucially, he's got rid of all those bad eggs. Benzema isn't in the squad for those sort of reasons. Ribery retired. That's going to be another thing, but obviously they are brilliant players. But he's allowing these guys not to be there. They've got Varane at the back, probably the best young centre half in the world, and alongside him, Umtiti, who's just signed a long-term contract at Barcelona. So they've got Madrid's centre half, they've got Barcelona centre half, they've got Griezmann, who looks like he's probably going to go to Barcelona at the moment, for about at least 100 million probably. Sensational form the last 2-3 seasons. They've Kylian Mbappe, another £100 million player for PSG. Now, if you look at the players they're not bringing, I just got a few of them down here. Koscielny, Laporte, Kurzawa. Kurzawa scored a hat-trick Champions League. Only defender to it. Laporte bought for 57 million. Koscielny, Arsenal's captain. Rabiot plays for PSG every week. Payet, really good player. Benzema, as I mentioned. Lacazette not there. Martial's not there. Kingsley Coman's not there. But a big thing that they have so much squad depth, and they have a better team in squad than they had in 2016. You just look at their team. They had Moussa Sissoko playing right wing for the majority of that tournament. And a lot of the players now, a little bit older, like Kante and stuff like that. Umtiti, obviously, Varane. These guys are coming on now. Mendy's coming into the team. Sidibe, Lloris is their captain. They've got magnificent players. But the interesting thing about tactically, will they go 4-4-2? Will they go 2 up front? Like if they put 2 up front, he's probably going to play Giroud. So will that mean Mbappe is going to go on the wing? If he's in the wing, then does Dembele not start? Does Lamar start? They've so much options. Fecker, does he start? Personally, how is he going to get Pogba and Griezmann in the team if he plays 4-4-2? It's really interesting, all these things. Now, personally, I probably wouldn't play Pogba. I'd probably go with Kante and Matuidi in there. Now, I'm not saying this is what he's going to do, but I'd probably go Pogba on the bench and Matuidi and Kante to start. By doing that, then you're allowing the likes of Mbappe, Griezmann, maybe a Lamar or someone like that to go and just attack in behind Giroud, and that's your attack. And I think you've got 2 guys who will hold, they'll be disciplined, they'll run all day for you, and then you've still got a very strong physical back four. But again, he could play Pogba. I'm not saying Pogba doesn't deserve a game, but his form hasn't been great, and you do have to go by a lot of form. So it's very interesting what he'll do. He's got so many options. He could go Griezmann off the striker. He could go Mbappe up as number 9. We don't know, but Mbappe's been playing a lot on the wing. There's no real reason why they can't win this World Cup. Like, they're 4th favourite at the moment. And to be honest, they'll be disappointed if they don't make it to the final. They've put everything really into this. They've got everything going for them. They hope they don't have a really bad hangover from the Euros when they were surprisingly beaten by Portugal in the final 1-0. And I think the way that France is set up, they have to make sure that they don't get too negative. They must make sure that they stay in the front foot. They can beat any team in this tournament. And to be honest, if they win the World Cup, it's not going to shock anyone. But it's just something, I don't know. It's, for me anyway, there's just something there that I'm not too sure about, or I don't. It's hard really to put my finger on it. I don't trust this France team, but I think they could easily win it. So it really depends on what France show up, because they are a bit of an enigma, as I said. Every tournament just depends and changes on its own. So I think they're definitely worth a semi-final. If they get to the final, it's really a lottery. But I think if they don't get to at least semi-final or a final, it'll be a failure, and I think Deschamps will be gone. The very last team in this is Peru. Now, it's their first time in a World Cup since 1982. They finished 5th in South American qualifying, and they beat Chile actually by a point. Now, everyone's saying, oh, Peru, they must be pretty good to get there. However, they did actually get 3 points awarded to them as Bolivia failed an ineligible player when they beat Peru 3-0. So Peru got those 3 points and beat Chile by a point to get through. They did draw to Argentina twice. They did beat Uruguay. I don't really see much in them, to be honest. I've never really seen them play. And again, I'm being completely honest. Jefferson Farfan is probably the most notable player that they have. Winger, attacking midfielder, played for Schalke for a while, very fast. He's been there around, but I think they'll probably be third. Again, a lot of the groups I'm predicting, it does honestly look like there's 2 strong teams in every group, and then there's 2 weaker teams. And again, I think they'll be like Australia. They'll try hard, but I don't think they'll have much. And I think Denmark are pretty happy that they're in this group. So I'm going to go France and Denmark in this group. But again, Peru could be really good. I don't know. I've never seen them. So I have to be honest, but I can't imagine that they really are the team that could qualify. And if they get a win, they're doing well. I think of it themselves with Australia scrapping for 3rd again. Anyway, that concludes this Group C video. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. Check out the old videos, the podcasts we've been doing, Twitter, the Facebook, the YouTube. It's all there for you. Please comment. Let us know what you think. And we'll be back for the next one. We'll be doing Group D. Thank you.